Okay, so let's unpack this a little. Imagine something that might affect up to 5% of kids worldwide.
Wow, 5%. That's a huge number.
It really is. We're talking potentially millions of people.
Yeah.
And yet, it often goes completely unnoticed
Hmm.
or, misunderstood, maybe even mislabeled for years, sometimes a whole lifetime.
Hmm.
That's the powerful, often unseen challenge we're diving into today. Our focus is fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, or FASD.
Right.
It's often called a hidden epidemic. And honestly, looking at the source material, that prevalence really surprised me.
Yeah, and what's truly, well, fascinating here, and the sources really underscore this, is that despite being so common, the vast majority of people with FASD are undiagnosed. They're profoundly misunderstood, frequently mislabeled.
So the big question is why?
Right, exactly. And that's central to our source material. Why does this happen? The sources really get into how societal judgment, this deeply ingrained silence around alcohol use during pregnancy, just creates these huge barriers.
Barriers to talking about it, honestly.
Yes, and barriers to getting help early on. And the spectrum part, that's really key too, because as the sources detail, FASD can look so different in different people.
How so?
Well, you might see subtle behavioral things, learning challenges, or sometimes more obvious physical traits. But that variety, it just makes diagnosis even trickier.
That difference between like the visible signs and the unseen impacts is crucial, isn't it?
Absolutely crucial.
So our mission for you today is really to pull back these layers, the silence, the misunderstanding. We want to explore why this condition stays so hidden and to really reveal the profound impact it has, not just on individuals, but families and, well, our wider society.
Yeah.
Because, look, when we're talking about something that could affect maybe 5% of our kids and it's mostly unaddressed, the implications are, well, they're huge, heartbreaking even. It impacts futures, it shapes lives, and it racks up very real, tangible costs. Things we see straining our schools, our justice systems, and definitely our families.
So after this deep dive, what does this all really mean for you? I think it means recognizing that this isn't just some, abstract health thing.
Right.
It's a very real, very pressing challenge. And it has concrete costs that fall on really critical parts of our society.
Like what specifically?
Well, we're talking about the extra load on special education in schools, for one. Then there's the cycle you see in the justice system, people going in and out. And maybe most importantly, the long-term support and, frankly, the emotional toll on families.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Families often navigating this really complex situation without even knowing what it is or without the right resources.
Exactly. So the central challenge we've explored is this really jarring disconnect. It's super common, but alarmingly under-recognized. That hidden epidemic idea, it feels very real. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the source material is pretty clear, isn't it? This silence, this deep-seated stigma around alcohol use in pregnancy,
Yeah.
those things directly contribute. They compound the problem, keeping FASD hidden. And that hiding, like we've discussed, it's not harmless. It comes at a significant cost.
A cost to public systems.
Right, undue burdens there. And most critically, on families who are often left feeling isolated, trying to manage these profound challenges alone.
But what's really compelling, and maybe the most hopeful part from the source material, is that this doesn't actually have to be the reality. The material isn't just pointing out a problem. It seems to be pointing towards a solution too. The source says it pretty boldly. FASD doesn't need to be rare. It just needs to be recognized.
It just needs to be recognized.
Yeah. It's time to face the facts and save futures. It sort of implies that recognition itself is maybe the most powerful tool we have.
That really raises an important question for all of us to think about, doesn't it?
Which is,
Well, if just recognizing FASD, just bringing it into the light, can stop it from being rare and actually lead to saving futures, then what else? What are the next steps collectively?
you mean like what needs to change?
Exactly. What shifts, whether it's in public awareness or how we diagnose it or the policies we have for support? What steps, big or small, that we need to take to really bring this prevalent but so often unseen challenge fully into the light and actually deal with its impact more effectively?